Hello out there in podcast land. Here we are with another podcast from Friendship Village, and we'd like to welcome all of our listeners. Thank you for coming, and wherever you came to hear this. And we just also want to say that it's been a while since we've been doing a podcast. We just took a slight break so we could catch up on our backlog. But now we're ready to go, ready and raring. And as you might guess, we have a most interesting guest in our studio today on the second floor of
Village Terrace.
Village Terrace.
Village Place.
Village Place. Yeah, okay. So we're in the right place. Here we go.
I think we're in the right place.
Because we're all here that wants to be here. All right. And we wanted to also let you know that our sponsor for this podcast is the snow removal crew that came and invaded our campus this morning about 4 o'clock in the morning, and has been busy. They've been busy at it all day long. As we record this, it's about 2 in the afternoon, and they're still going strong. Of course, the snow keeps coming, so I guess there's still more to do. So we just take off our hats to the snow removal crew. Say that real fast. Snow removal. Sorry. Anyway, so here we go. Next item on our agenda is a joke. But I've decided that I'm not going to do a joke this day. And so I want to see a hands of all the people that would approve of no joke for this podcast. Okay, I see 3 hands in this room, so it's unanimous. And whoever out there raised your hand to say, hey, I'd just like to go on without a joke, I got your number and I'll pay you a visit. No, I'm just kidding. But let's get started with our interview. Her name is Megan Hild. Mm-hmm. Hild, Hild, right. Yes. Yeah. And as we get into the interview, you'll certainly figure out what her job is here. And so we welcome you, Megan.
Thank you. Thank you, Phil.
And Mary's going to kick off the interview here.
Yes, I welcome Megan also. I've known her, 6-7 months probably. I met her over at Wellspring when I was there. She had a different occupation there, which we'll get into a little later. But now she is one of our receptionists here. And I thought she might be really interesting. I mean, she's had various jobs, and to find out all about her. And I'm sure you will be interested too, because you see her all the time. Mm-hmm. People at the Terrace and at Village Place. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Welcome, Megan.
Thank you.
So we'll start out like we usually do. We go way back to the beginning. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Clinton, Iowa. In other words, born, bred, and corn-fed.
Go ahead. Clinton, Iowa.
And how long were you there?
Up until I went to college at UNI, so about 2009. Mm-hmm. And then in 2009, I graduated with my associate's degree from the Clinton Community College. And then I was up here back and forth, between going to college and going back home, for the breaks. And in 2012, I made my move up here permanent.
Okay. And you went to school in Clinton then, I assume?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. High school, grade school, middle school, and 2 years of community college.
And you have a brother, you said?
I do have a brother. His name is Nathan. He's older than me. He was born in 1986 and me in 1988. So we're about 2 years and 8 months apart.
Okay. And where's he located?
He is in Clinton.
Okay.
Yep. And he has one son. He is not married. He and his son's mother are divorced, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. But yeah, I have one nephew, and his name is Brantley, and he is 8 years old.
Okay.
Brantley?
Brantley, yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And your parents, are they both still living?
They are, and they are also divorced, but they both live in Clinton as well. So
Okay.
whenever I have I've tried to once a month. My mom has sort of instilled that in me that you got to at least come and see me once a month.
Right.
And because that's what we did with her side of the family. We tried to see them, find some sort of excuse, a birthday, a barbecue, something, some sort of excuse to get
Right.
together with the family.
And then you met a husband.
I met a husband, and I truly believe it was fate because I had moved up here in November of 2012. Just something was drawing me here. I mean, I really liked the area because of how I went to college up here, and I met some people, and some people I knew were still living up here, so I'm like, well, at least I'll know somebody. Because Clinton was kind of a small town. I didn't really feel like there was much for me there. So I just kind of moved up here November 2012, and I met Cody, my husband, in December. So that it was, and then, as they say, from
Love
there.
at first sight?
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
Yes and no. I first saw him, and it was like, whoa, beard. Because he had a big beard on him because he had just gotten done participating in what's called No Shave November.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but I did think he was handsome. And and as they say, from there it was history. He asked me out on a date, and yeah, he's perfect for me. He's such a good man.
Good. And you were married how long then?
We have been married for 7 years now.
Oh, that's not too long.
No, we don't have any kids yet, but
Yeah.
we hope to.
Someday.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
we hope to someday.
Good.
You're working in that direction.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So then what jobs did you have after you graduated from college?
Okay, what I can start out with is I had gone to UNI for elementary education, but that did not work out. I was able to get my liberal arts degree, though, with enough credits. I didn't get my licensure in teaching because I didn't finish student teaching. So I worked many odd jobs working with people with disabilities. The first job that I got working up here back in 2012 was EPI, Exceptional Persons Incorporated.
Okay. Yeah.
Working with people with disabilities.
My daughter worked there for a while.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Linda? Yeah. I mean, it's a great job. I mean, I loved working with people with disabilities, helping them gain their
She
independence.
took us to the facility that they have like a store where they sell stuff. They
Oh.
make stuff and sell stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took us there one time and we bought some things.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that closing or something at one point. I can't remember. I do remember hearing
Yeah.
about that store, though. But yeah, then from there, I was like, I kind of want to help out people more. So I tried being a CNA even for about 6 months. And then from there, I just was like, I kind of want to do something with activities because I worked in the day hab program for EPI2 where, they're doing activities throughout the day. We're trying to get them out into the community, and meet their goals out in the community for, participating in the community like everybody else does. And that's when I came across the activities job at Rosewood.
Oh.
And I didn't, need any special certification for it. So I got the interview there, and that was 2017. And so I'd been there, give or take a year, because there was a year there where I left and then came back. But yeah, I was doing activities at Rosewood pretty much from 2017 to when they closed down. About a year and a few months ago now.
Yeah,
it was
right.
Yeah.
July of not this past summer, but the summer before.
Right.
It was July 1st that
Year and a
everybody
half,
needed
yeah.
to be out. And that's when I was in activities at Wellspring where I met Mary.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You were one of the activity directors over there.
Yes, ma'am.
And you also did fingernails.
I did. I know. That was just really fun. I loved being able to kind of go around and do everybody's nails and just kind of visit with them for a little while. And
I appreciated it.
yeah, everybody loves to be pampered, you know, so I even sometimes do a little hand massage. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. But...
And you did some interviewing too. I know you came in with a questionnaire and asked me some things.
Oh yeah. For being an activity director in a health center, I needed a special certification, and that certification included doing MDS, which I think is like multiple data sheet or something like that, where I go around and the nurses have their part where they come around and ask different questions about your health, and I would go around and ask questions just to sort of help out the lead MDS person with asking about certain preferences.
Yeah.
In like what you like for your day-to-day life, like what time you like to go to bed so don't bother you after this time, or like what kinds of activities you like, or if you like to have the newspaper or books or things like that.
I thought it was very interesting, the questions that you asked, and
Yeah.
you get to know the people better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I loved doing that. I loved getting the chance to get to know people that way.
And how did you get into the reception job? Was that open then and you applied for it?
Yeah, it was open. Emily had asked me if I wanted to kind of take up some part-time, because I think somebody was wanting to cut down on hours. But then a few days later, she had called me and told me that LaVey, who was there before me, had turned into her 2 weeks. So she asked me if I would like to do more of like a full-time position with reception. And I said, yes, very much so, because being an activity director in the health center, while I loved it, it was kind of like, it was different than Rosewood.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel right for me. And I had done reception before at Rosewood as well. So I had experience in there, and that's what Emily took from it. Like, yeah, she was always so great at the front desk, warm and welcoming, and that's what I strive to be, welcoming.
Yeah, you've been good. Really, really good.
Thank you.
Took a while to catch on to it, I'm sure. There's so many things that people want of you. You never know when you pick up the telephone what's going to be on the other end.
Exactly. It's more than just transferring calls. It's answering questions and
Helping
trying
people.
to find answers.
You're helping people.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Probably trying to do away with a few fears too. Maybe they were lost about what activities were happening that day, or
Yeah.
I mean, you must run into a whole lot of that.
Oh yeah. And if I don't know, I try my hardest to find out. For sure.
And as a sideline, you've gotten involved with the community theater.
Yes,
which
I
you
have.
like to do. So tell us a little bit how you got that started.
Well, it was while I was still in college at UNI. A friend of mine who I didn't have any classes with, he was in theater, Sam Card, and so he kind of got me into it. He's like, hey, I'm going to try out for this play. And then they came for me, Remembering the World of Anne Frank. And I was like, I don't know. Okay, yes, I'll do it. After a little bit of consideration.
Did you do any in high school?
I actually didn't.
Oh, okay.
I know, that's the most interesting part. I never got involved in school because I did kind of have trouble in school with focusing and stuff. So I just kind of focused on one thing in school because I didn't think I could focus on doing theater, choir, band, and school, even though I did want to do all those things. But I got more involved in theater in college because of the few friends that I made while at UNI. And so I tried out and then they came for me, Remembering the World of Anne Frank, directed by Anita Ross. And I got the bug. I got the bug from there. And while I wasn't in another production for like 6 to 8 years, because goodness gracious, the next one that I did was Amadeus at the Oster Regent in Cedar Falls. And I mean, I would help out a lot with the theater anyway, in any way I could. I mean, I just kind of lacked the confidence to try out. So I would still kind of try to be involved in doing like assistant stage managing or
Ushering.
Ushering was something that I did a lot more than anything else. because I loved to see the shows, show everybody to their seat, see everybody that's coming out to see the show, and see their excitement as they're coming out at intermission or at the end, and seeing everybody enjoy theater.
Just getting into that fever of the theater.
Yes, absolutely. And over the past few years, I mean, there was a bit of a break because of COVID.
Right.
But then with my friend Sam having done a lot more directing, I worked with him as a director. I was in a show for him, Judy Moody and Stink, and the mad treasure hunt. Yep, that's 4 mads. And that was really fun because I got to learn combat from sword combat from Alan Malone. So he taught some things. And so that was fun. We got to pretend to be pirates.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that was really fun, that show. And then the first musical ever I did was Shrek, the musical. That was about 2 years ago now. Goodness gracious.
Must have been after COVID then.
Definitely after COVID.
So a quick timeout here.
Yes.
I know I promised that I wouldn't do a joke, but
One just came to you?
Megan's comments here just recently reminded me of a joke, and the joke goes like this.
All right.
How much did the pirate pay to have his ears pierced?
Can I say it?
And the answer is, Megan knows,
Yeah, a buccaneer.
Buccaneer. That's right.
That's a good one.
That's one of Phil's favorites.
Okay.
When he would come over for doing the sing-alongs
Yeah.
with the Wellspring folks, he'd like to see how many people could remember that punchline.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I do
It's a
love
good
that one.
Yeah, I had never heard
Megan
of it.
never failed me. She always remembered. Yeah.
Can I tell a joke?
Sure.
Sure.
Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh.
Oh, outstanding.
Very good.
Good.
She's a jokester too.
I'm going to use that Thursday.
Yeah.
For our little daily flyers that tell what the activities are for the day, I would do a daily joke.
Okay.
And I used some of yours, Phil.
Oh, good.
I did.
Spread them around.
Good to keep them going.
Absolutely. The residents would just wait to see what the joke of the day was. I loved that.
They were outstanding in their field.
Yes,
That's-
sir.
all right. That's the line.
So have you had time now, since you're working pretty much full time, to be involved in the theater at all?
I have. I took a little bit of a break because, I was really busy there for a bit because, gosh, when I stage managed, because if anybody has ever been a stage manager, like I know Mary's daughter Linda has, it's like having a second full-time job.
Yeah.
Because, when I stage managed, it was for The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane, a Black Hawk Children's Theater production. It was truly like having a full-time job because, you have to be there before the actors and then after the actors. And, you turn in rehearsal reports so that you can say who was there, who was sick, how long you did, and what you worked on and things like that. And, And then, I had to call the show, which means, I call the cues to the lights and sound people, cue this thing, go, and so, I did that every night for the shows, and, it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I'll stage manage again, but I did, Friendship Village, I think this was the last show that they sponsored, if I'm not mistaken, Saturday Night Fever?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I was involved in that one. I wasn't on the stage, but I was behind the stage. I was helping Jana Fairbanks with costuming.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get her too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I better go talk her into it when I go and audition. I'll put a bug in her ear.
I don't have her phone number.
I do.
Okay, I'll get it from you.
Good. But I helped with quick changes with the lead actor. I had to be ready with the costumes behind stage, and he'd run back and, here's your shirt. So
Yeah, it's fun. You get a fever when you're involved in the theater. I know my kids did.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
just had this fever. They were down there. They were so dedicated, and they worked at it, and the whole family,
Yeah.
the whole Stamp family worked at it.
Huh.
So
Oh yeah, those were the days.
I remember years ago in my early married life, children were beginning to come and stuff, and we were involved in the community of Eldora, and they had a community theater, so we got involved in that.
okay,
And so I know a little bit about what you're saying about a bug.
Yeah.
The bug just sort of bit. And
Yeah.
You just
you want to
really
do
loved
something,
it.
yeah,
You just really loved it, and you loved to take a bow.
yeah,
Yeah, I know some of the kids, because I've done a lot of productions with kids, they get so nervous before going out on stage. I don't get nearly as nervous as I thought I would ever. So I guess that's just kind of how I know there's a performer in me. But like, I like instilling in the kids, like, just breathe. You'll be okay. They'll love you. You know your lines. You've got this. Because we've had a few times where kids were just like, oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. But I like to try and calm them down.
But kids like to
Breathe.
perform too.
They do. They
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Once they get out there, then it's just,
Yeah, they get it.
it's gone. And they get into that oh, what do I want to say? That, I can't come up with a word.
Mode.
Yeah. Yeah,
They get
that
into
mode,
the
that
acting
acting mode where it just catches them and they're just like, I am okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once they get out there and feel the energy on the stage, it's just...
Let me share just a quick story about a community theater event.
Sure.
This is in Eldora, and we were doing out in the park on a quick little stage they put together. We were doing a melodrama.
Oh yeah.
So I was the hero, Adam Hart or something like that. My wife was the maiden, the lady.
The damsel in distress.
Damsel in distress. Yeah.
Oh.
And, so at one scene, the villain takes the damsel and ties her to the tracks.
Oh, yeah.
Railroad track. And
Oh.
off in the distance, we
Yeah.
see the whistle, or we hear the whistle. We see the light, and the train's coming closer and closer. And I can't break loose to save her. And our little children were in the front row, and they really got wrapped up in it. And,
Like, oh
they
no,
started to cry.
oh no. I think my mom did that back in school.
Yeah.
I remember pictures of it. I think it was that exact production, where they tie her up on the
That's an
railroad
old
tracks.
black and white movie too.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah.
back. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Was that the same one where everybody thought that the railroad was going to be coming right at them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I thought maybe. Yeah.
Anyway, just a pleasant memory of
It is.
those times.
Yes, sir.
Well, you've had a very interesting life,
I have.
and it's going to keep on going.
Absolutely. I am excited to be here. I found my home in Friendship Village.
Yeah. We like that when we hear that from people. We want them to stay.
Sounds like
Absolutely.
a song. I found my home in Friendship Village.
Boy, when they listen to that, they're going to
Okay,
really
we'll have to work on that.
wonder what happened to
We'll
us.
have to work
Oh,
on
yeah,
that.
we've got 3 singers in this group right
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
Well, we sing in the chorus.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm still mad that I never joined choir because I just enjoy singing so much. And I would use singing a lot more now, especially in musical theater. Gosh, I've only had the
Well, you could
confidence
join our
to
choir.
even non-residents can
Sure. Sure, we have a man that comes from,
Yeah.
where's he come from? Jessup or Edwardsville? I don't know. Dunkerton?
be. Oh, true. I do remember seeing somebody
Yeah,
that's not a
somebody.
resident.
Yeah,
but
and
they-
what's his name? The former dri-
Former bus driver Gary.
Gary.
He sings.
Yeah.
He was singing?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I do remember seeing him, and I remember seeing him
You
with a
just
book.
have to get it
but I-
cleared with your supervisor or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
We
to-
do on Mondays at 10:30. Mondays at 10:30.
Okay. Because, yeah, I can't
Over
just...
at the chapel.
Okay.
Terrace.
Yeah. Because I work one Monday a month over at Village Terrace instead of Village Place, so that Alyssa can use the one day to sort of get appointments done and things like that. We do switch for that one Monday a month, and I see everybody, and I get the chance to hear everybody singing, and you guys sound great.
Because they leave the door open so you
Yeah.
can't hear us. But if you ever get time that you could come and join us for that hour.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if Jenny is here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she might
I
let
like
you.
about it. Because, without joining choir, I can't just look at a page of music and be like, okay, there's my note. Ah, you know. But if I hear it, then I can mimic it. That's kind of how I did it for
You sing
Shrek.
soprano or alto?
Alto.
Okay. Well, they
Yeah.
need altos. We've got
Yeah.
4 sopranos right now, and they have 3 altos. They need altos.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to
It'd be
recruit.
good to have that practice so then I can be in more musicals.
Could be another bug that just bit you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, gosh. That's a second bite.
A
Because
second
the
bite.
first bite was Shrek. Because I'm like, okay, I have to be involved in this musical somehow. I was so ecstatic when I got in. I was the fairy godmother.
Ah.
One of the fairy tale creatures that got kicked out of the kingdom.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh, I had a lot of fun. Anything else you want to ask?
Anything else you'd like to share
Yeah.
that you'd like our audience
Oh.
to know?
Well, I can talk a little bit more about my background. My mother was a teacher.
Okay.
And that's really why I wanted to become a teacher. Because,
Sure.
I mean, I thought that was just kind of the footsteps I wanted to follow. Because I just looked up to my mother so much. Everybody always said what a good teacher she was. I wasn't biased. It was just, everybody just loved having her as a teacher. I know that everybody requested to have her as a teacher.
Well, you get influenced sometimes by your parents' jobs, their backgrounds and stuff, and that kind of leads you down that direction, but not always following directly, but indirectly sometimes. But and they're good role models. So then we want to kind of follow that sometimes, but it doesn't always happen. It doesn't always work out that way.
Right.
But I'm sure you had such a good background that it led you in different directions. So you were teaching when you were doing the activities over there. You were teaching
Yeah.
in a different form.
Right, and when I was working with people with the people with disabilities
Yes.
too,
You're teaching.
yeah, I was teaching them how to.
So many of your
Be
jobs
independent.
have involved
Yeah.
some
Teaching
form
them
of
about
teaching.
life.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm sort of drawn to these kinds of
Yeah.
jobs, just like being with people and helping them in some way. And yeah, and it's just that a lot of my family were teachers too. My mom's side, all of her siblings studied to be teachers, like every one of them, I think, except for one. I had an uncle who was an artist. He died at only about 63, but yeah, one artist and 5 teachers, I believe. So I thought maybe that's what I gotta do. But no, I find that I'm just good with people, and I just want to help people in any way I can.
That's the way we want people that we employ.
Yeah.
That want to be good with people.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I love the friends that I've
We'd
made.
hate to have somebody who didn't like people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
we're about winding down here,
Sure.
and it's been a most interesting time with you, Megan. Thank you for sharing.
No, thank
And,
you for having me.
okay.
I hope I did everyone proud.
Everybody will enjoy listening to your podcast.
Yeah.
Very good.
So we'd like to close this way. May the good Lord bless and keep you till we meet once again. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye.